Hello dear friends, I'm glad to welcome everyone watching Sotnik-TV this moment. It's October 26, 2019. Let me quote the tweet of the US Embassy in Russia. On October 25, 2019, the citizen of Russia, Maria Butina, was released from prison. She was deported after serving an 18-month term in the US prison for plotting aiming to act as an agent of a foreign government. Butina has committed a crime. She was arrested and taken through the chain of evidence. She pleaded guilty and was sentenced. Her declaration of the crimes committed and the guilty plea deal were published. That's the way a fair and transparent legal system works. End of quote. So Maria Butina returned to Moscow today on October 26th. She was welcomed by her father, by Maria Zakharova sent by the Foreign Affairs Ministry, and by several journalists. It looks like for now she's of no interest to anyone else. Yet I believe that she is about to be used hard for the purpose of the propaganda. I must say that Butina was patronized by the former central bank head deputy Alexander Torshin. As we know, his positions have buckled significantly. His friends and associates from Taganskaya gang got hunted inside Russia, and some even went to prison, while poor fellow Torshin himself had to pack his bags and to move to Austria. He laid low somewhere over there. By the way, it's quite close to me, as the road from Bratislava to Vienna is just 60 kilometers long. Yet, as I have told already, Mr. Torshin hates me personally so much that even loses his appetite. I suppose that is due to some inside information from the central bank that I was glad to share with you during the streams on Sotnik-TV. So Maria Butina was patronized by him. She has already declared that she would like to protect the rights of prisoners in Russia. But it's still unclear where she will be taken to. Zakharova was probably sent to find out whether that person could be trusted, as Butina has already fallen into talk with the FBI back in the US. She accepted everything and gave out everyone she could. Of course, she had no choice back there, as she could be interrogated for her lifetime. She could still be in the interrogation chamber for several years in a row. Amid such background, it was fun to hear her say that Russians never surrender. The young lady gave out everyone, but haven't bent under the enemy onslaught. Yes, that's funny. But her next saying is even better. Let me quote, as that is a real pleasure. I don't really want to return there in the near future, as once you are Russian in the US, you need to worry. End of quote. Maria Butina, you're so damn funny. First of all, there is no way you'll be allowed into the USA anymore. Then I highly doubt that you'll get a visa to any decent country from now on. And finally, once you are an FSB agent that came to the US for spying or wherever, that sure makes a cause for concern. You'll be surprised, but they have their own special services in the US. Just in case, even though you know that for sure now. Another event on this week is Russia-Africa Summit. Those $20 billion gifted to the friends that are rapidly turning into brothers and close relatives. That is Putin's common spit into the face of each notional Ivan Ivanovich, Petr Petrovich and Maria Ivanovna, as once they owe anything to the state, they will be thrown into a trash can. They will die there and no one will help. Moreover, no one will even bury them. They will simply die and rot in there, as no one cares. They owe to the state. I believe that any debt can only be forgiven when there are no hordes of those suffering from diseases and poverty inside your own country. When there are no hungry and disadvantaged ones inside your country. When there are no dozens of thousands children dying from fearsome diseases inside your country. When there are no homeless dying from cold. When the term orphan's house almost becomes history, and all the orphans are sent to families. When the citizens of your country have decent pensions and salaries, and live in decent conditions. So who really needs our help? Of course, that clumsy attempt of forming international policy agenda of some geopolitical discussion of Africa by Putin and his circle looks nothing but stupid in the eyes of the West. Those political creeps and dictators will gladly accept all those gifts of our bold guy. Yet he still won't be able to give them as much as China will. China is moving and is already there. Putin looks midget at height and at financial power next to China. Russia will have a military base in Central African Republic, though, as Yevgeny Prigozhin contributed to that once. But that base will make no difference in the long run. We know that African gold and diamonds have been something exciting for the Moscow gang for quite a while. But according to some information, Prigozhin has been murdered. At least the guy haven't shown up on that summit. No one saw him there. So once I have any interesting details on that African story, I'll share those with you. The more gated they make Russian community, the wilder it gets. That is obvious. They pull out that LGBT problem that makes some political profit for those trying to hold the rule. November the 1st comes in 5 days. That's when Roskomnadzor is going to close the entrance in Putin's cave, finally clearing the information field. In reality, that is the way of regime confirming its illegitimacy. Being sneaky, non-competitive, and having no chance against any truth. That can only exist when all the gaps are closed and the country is turned into some cave. The atmosphere is filled with the lies of propaganda, fighting against a different point of view and the truth. That regime loses right away. In fact, the gangsters admit themselves being gangsters. They have captured the rule in the country and will keep it by any means. They restrict your freedom of information. They trample the constitution of Russia and wipe their asses with that. They wipe with the censorship ban. They will lie to you. They will choke any voices of freedom. They will terminate whoever they don't like. They are the gang and the junta. They will murder anyone standing up against them. They have already done so. They killed Anna Politkovskaya and Alexander Litvinenko. They shot Boris Nemtsov by Kremlin. So they will be able to kill the rest of you, having enough means and insolence. I repeat the truth, so please remember that. Once fascists promise to kill you, you need to believe them fully. That is something saving from many illusions and stupidity. Once the fascists promise to take the access to a truthful information away, you need to believe that they will do that. Once they are talking about that, that means that they're in the middle of that. And all the words like "they won't be able to" and all that is a bluff need to be left for those naive. The fascists will try hard, as they want that so bad. That is their struggle for survival, their survival and the rule they sink into. They will kill anyone just to stay at power for as long as possible. And the internet is something minor. They will sacrifice that easily. They don't care about your rights or life being fascists. Once their lives are not compatible with yours, they will try to kill you, no doubt. And all the remains of the West in Russia have turned into some ersatz. They say there's a Raiffeisen Bank, but there's just a sign instead. Raiffeisen Bank in Russia is not Raiffeisen Bank in Austria, and is not Raiffeisen Bank at all. That is some other bank, some ersatz from Russia. It functions by different laws and principles. There are different people working there. And all the rest is different in that ersatz. Same goes to Russian YouTube office. That is not YouTube, but some ersatz YouTube. Russian Facebook office and Russian Facebook segment is no longer Facebook. That is an ersatz, and don't you stay under no illusions. It's 7:57 p.m. Moscow time, and I thank you all for watching that stream. That is what it turned out. I told you everything I wanted to today on October 26th. Once again, I thank you for staying loyal to our channel despite everything. I also invite potential advertisers to email to prsotnik.tv@gmail.com. Write some words about yourself and the product you wish to introduce, and I'm sure that everything works out. Dear viewers, please take care of your hearts and souls. Take care of your relatives and close ones. Don't lose that. I must say that dark times are coming. And I have a feeling that Russia stands at the threshold of some important, very difficult, and very dark events. I don't wish that, of course, but everything has its price, including an evil acceptance. And that price has to be paid, even by those not guilty at all. Take care of yourselves, of your hearts and souls.